Just go down. Come on. Go down. You gotta go out. Okay. Hey guys, welcome in. Everyone's hopping in here. The Sunrun Bounty Tournament is kicking off, getting the setup going here. Good luck to everyone today. Run deep, make sure you cash. The payouts will be doubled if I cash in the upcoming main event at the Win. All right, that looks pretty good there. Let me know. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. Card protector. All right. Chief U, welcome in. Chrissy J, OGO, Fly Fish up in Maine. Good luck to everyone on Real Skills. How you doing, guys? Good to see everyone. It's gonna be a fun day of poker. Give me 1 second. Let me get the dog out of here. Go. Go. Out. Out. Go. All right. All right. Foldable hand there under the gun. So we're playing about 100 big blinds effective here. Did a little segment on deep stack play, which we're definitely in 100 big blinds deep. So let me do one thing. Let me lock this. Let me get everything set up here. We'll get everything situated. All right. Welcome to everyone joining us. Got the third iteration of the Sunrun Bounty Series. Josh Kinden, Poker Salem Witch EMD, your club WPT ambassador here. Get everything fired up. Early stages here. I'll be sticking with you guys till the end, streaming, sweating you guys as we run deep. All right, let's see what we got. Let me get everything situated here on the screen. And we'll get that locked in. Be ready to go. All right, that looks pretty good. Lock that down. All right, I don't see any. Oh, fly fish is at my table. Oh, give me a second. I got to get my card protector up. Fly fish, good to see you, buddy. Let me lock that too. It's still moving on me. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna I'm gonna close just for 1 or 2 minutes here until I get the card protector set up. I'm actually gonna shut down the video just to make things fair. Since Flyfish is a streamer at our table, I'll keep just to make things copacetic until I get the card protector up and rolling. We'll get everything going here. So I'm in the big blind. Flyfish is effectively in the cutoff with the sitting out player there. Good luck, Flyfish. Good dude, part of the stream team family up in Maine. Crusher player, always running deep, always part of the action. I got a playable hand here. I'm going to turn it back on since Flyfish is out. I don't recognize any of those other names. So let's see how big we want to go. We want to raise here. I'll try to get heads up. Let's bump it up. You always wonder if the people will be. So what did he limp with? And now he's calling. A lot of aces, unfortunately. Really atrocious flop with our pocket tens. Just gonna look to check it over. See if we can spike on the turn. So if he checks here, we're probably ahead. He probably still has something like king queen, I guess. He obviously doesn't have a flush draw, or he would have bet. Look to just check it down. Oh, no audio, they're saying. Okay, let me get that going. Thanks for the heads up. No audio. Oh, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, Flyfish said you can't hear me. Okay, it should be better now. I had one of the settings wasn't clicked. All right, so let me get the prior towards getting the card protector up. That way, Flyfish, since he's at my table, can't see. I'm actually going to shut down the visual just for a couple minutes here till I get that card protector secured, just to make sure everything's fair for everyone. All right, let's see what we can do. Card protector, that one's good. And I got the other card protector there. Okay, and this will be a nice test here because Flyfish is out of this hand. So we should be good to go. All right, let me bring this up here. Let's see. I need to bring this down there. All right, let's check it over. Give me 1 second. Let's get that card protector up there. Good. And let's get our other card protector up also. There we go. All right. That's decent. We'll need to adjust that just a little bit here. All right, so that's that one. All right, let's bring it down. 1 second. Good. All right, let's move that over there. That's pretty good. Good. That's fine. I do have a hand here. So let me see if I can get this also set up. 1 second here. Get that rolling. Perfect. Okay, that should be good. All right, let me know in the chat if you guys can see my hand or not. I doubt it at this point, but let me know. Make sure the audio is going and good to go at this point. Give me some other feedback on what you're seeing, what you're hearing as we're just getting fired up here. I think everything should be good at this point. Audio, the right settings are good and firing, and the visuals look good. Let me know about the Flyfish. Can you see my cards? I really doubt you can, but just let me know now with the card protector if you can see my hand or my cards or not. I doubt it. I think I have both parts set up. All right, getting some confirmations. Audio is working, which is awesome. I'm on the button. So we're deep stack play now. So what are you going to prioritize in deep stack play? High implied odds hands are huge. You know, you want to be going after suited connectors, 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited, this sort of hands. Small and middle pocket pairs are great. So let's see what we have. Flyfish is out of the hand. Capital Credit. Anyone know if Capital Credit is on? I doubt it. I don't think they are on. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to uncover my cards here, which is, oops, wrong one. Let me see. Card Protector. That's what I want to see. Ooh, favorable flop. So we got the best hand ever created. And they're jamming into us for a pot size bet. And we have top set. What do you want to do? Call, raise, fold? Very clear, just a call. All right. Maybe they got clubs. Oh, that's a bad turn card. I could have clubs. They go half pot, so less likely to have clubs, though still possible. Let's get an 8 of hearts on the river one time for the best possible card. An 8 would be nice. Ooh, more clubs. Ooh, boy, hey. Yeah, if he jams a half pot, it's pretty gross. Gonna need to think about this for a little bit. Probably just folding, honestly. Wow. So let's think about this. So he leads out for pot size bet on the flop. And so what does that mean? Usually that means top pair, but not always. It can be middle pair. He limped under the gun, which he could have an ace quite easily. There's only one ace left, so it's pretty unlikely. Um, we're gonna need to think this one over for a long period of time here. We got about 60 seconds. We're gonna use most of it. So we've got one ace. He's probably leading a lot with an ace there. Honestly, it's less likely that we have it. It's probably just going to be a fold, half pot, basically 3-1 on our money. You got to call with the top portion hands. Really brutal. Ay, 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 brutal spot. Top set. We beat literally everything except clubs. Maybe he's just got a king of clubs. Queen of clubs. There's a lot of combos. We beat literally nothing if he's got any clubs. Half pot, 8-7. I doubt he's doing that with two pair. Ace, and then turn something. The problem is most likely we put him on other than clubs as an ace. And we have all the aces except sad. I think we'll just fold. The other thing is, well, it's early on in the tournament, so you still have 80 big blinds. Oh, that one's tough. Tough one, family. All right, let me cover the card protector back up. Yeah, tough fold. Would you guys would have folded there? Let me know in the comments. Man, Top set of aces. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Any club, 3 of clubs I would have been, dead there. So, that is what it is. It's poker, baby. Live to fight another day. Early on, deep stack, you can still recover. If I would have been pretty short, I would only lost 1,000. It sucks to lose, especially when you have a really good hand, but sometimes you gotta be able to make big folds to run deep. So we'll see if that was. Let me know what you guys think. Was that absolutely a call, absolutely a fold, somewhere in between for half pot on the river there? That action, bet pot, half pot, half pot. What are you guys doing there? That was 6 pot, especially with such a monster of a hand. Oy vey. All right, let's see who's in the chat. We got Chief Hughes here, Unreal Skills, Beachy. How you doing, Beachy? Air Herb, legend, welcome in. We got Bexkey, Crusher, been running deep, getting her poker game going. Excited to see what she's doing. Pacer Cop, all right, let's go, buddy. Brother from another mother from Massachusetts. Always good to have the state police on your side. No, honestly, a genuinely great guy. Really tough player. Pacer Cop, I was impressed to watch your deep run in the Prime Championship last year. Are you going to run deeper this year? Are you going to final table? I'd love to see it. Let's see. Char's here. Congratulations on the big win, Charentier. Wow. Impressive stuff what she just did. She'll be playing the prime. You better believe that. All right. Our runner's here. Legend. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for everything you do for the Stream Team family. Good luck, everyone, today. High card 6, Texas. Let's go. How you doing, buddy? Jojo Screams. Welcome in. Bandit Jerry. Bandit Jerry, another crusher. Brutal. Brutal what he's doing, man. He is taking souls, stealing chip stacks. Talk about crusher poker player, Bandit Jerry. He's got biggest stack I know of for day 2 of the Mystery Quest. Shout out to, I mean, we're Club WT, which we all know is much different than Club WT Gold, but shout out to Gold with what they're doing. We'll get more into that later. But basically, Mystery Quest, $100 buy-in, 100 coin, whatever you want to call it. It's $100. Call it what it is. Buy-in with a $2 million added prize pool. First 2 days are online. You know, first day, top 5% of each field goes forward. It's best stack forward. You want a huge chip stack because day 2, there'll be somewhere between 500 to 1,000 players, and they'll all play down to the top 100 who will go on. And that's December 9th is day 2. December 12th is live at the Win for roughly $3 million prize pool, I'm estimating, for 100 players. So huge opportunity there. Bandit Jerry's got, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, Bandit Jerry, like 550,000 chips or something. I've got 270K. I know Bexkey's got roughly 150K. I was talking to one of the poker professionals who's a World Poker Tour champion. I texted him. I said, "Hey, you got a good stack for day 2 of this Mystery Quest?" He said, "No, man, I can't get a stack." He's like, "Oh, for some large number of buy-ins." So if you got a stack for day 2, that's better than most, or better than a lot of people, especially even some pros, some World Poker Tour champions. So I've got a good stack. I'd like to get a better stack if possible. I think we would all like more, but remember that that's kind of a qualifier situation for day 2. All right, let's see who else is in the chat. Iraq Vet, welcome in, brother. Yeah, tough fold, tough spot. I don't know what to do there. I'll be thinking about that one for a while. I'm trying to think if I could have played that way any differently. He bet the flop, I bet pot on the flop. I mean, you hate to raise there. You call is the only play there because I guess, yeah, he bet the pot. You don't want to raise him out if he's got a flush draw, if you put his whole stack in, or if he's got a 1 or 2 pair, or if he's completely bluffing, you really don't want to raise on the flop. Then he bets half pot on the turn. That might have been my opportunity. I'm thinking maybe if I could have maybe have gone all in on the turn would have been a better play. Um, just because you're kind of protecting your equity. There's so many chips in the pot already. It's rare. It's possible he's got a flush there already, but you've got redraws, outs. I think the river is a fold overall, but I think the turn might have been my opportunity to go all in. the top set of aces. That's a tough one. I don't know. All right. Let's see who else. Chief U says I fold there on the river. Bad run out for a set. Yeah, Chief U, would you jam there on the turn? Maybe I don't know. Pyboathon, what's up, buddy? Another crusher in the chat here. Pyboathon's got all sorts of stuff going on. Big stack for the mystery quest day 2. Been running deep. Several prime seats. Pacer got US 85, another crusher. Be playing in the World Championship. $10,400 buy-in with me. Good luck, Johnny Haha. Welcome in, Super Dan. Good to see you. Evening, Salem. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Glad you're here, man. Dr. Gretchen 19. Wes and I here on screen instead of 2, but here we are. Welcome in, guys. Wes the Best has got a seat to the won a seat. So Iraq Vet won a seat giveaway. We're gonna in the next few minutes here when we get settled in, we're gonna do a quick seat giveaway. Watch until the end. There's gonna be several giveaways today on stream, so kind of encourage everyone to stay until the end. Yeah, that's great. So let's see what we got. Let's hop in on the chat. Next 5 minutes, there will be a giveaway. Just giving everyone a heads up. So stay tuned. How to do, stay tuned the next few minutes to figure out how we're going to give a seat away. All right, let's see what we got. TJ, and welcome in, buddy. All right, I'm looking forward to day 3. Bandit Jerry says, I like that confidence. Welcome in. Yeah, day 3. He said, forget day 2. I'm going to day 3. Good job, Bandit Jerry. I'll see you. You're going to be there either way. But we'll see you in Vegas. That's exciting. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you one of the final 100. That'd be great to get multiple Stream Team family members in there. You better believe I'm going to be giving it my best on day 2 to get to day 3. All right. So let's see what else we got. Bandit Jerry said I fired 2 bullets total. That's better than most. I think most people are firing 3 or more to get, especially to get such a big stack. That's truly impressive stuff. Cards must have been doing good. I think you have something. I forgot what the starting stack was. Is it 30,000? You had something like 19 or 18 starting stacks that you ran up in one session. That's impressive. It must have been loose aggressive style, just accumulating all the chips. Your classic style. Let's see who else we got here. US 85, day 2 of the mystery quest, conflict with our day, playing the prime. I think it might, day 2 of the prime. I've got some strategies there, things to discuss with there. I think the first thing to do, my first advice would be still to play the mystery quest. I think if you can get, by my math, if you're one of the final 100, even if you consider the prize pool 2 million added, that is basically $20,000 average per seat. If you're day 2 on the prime, you're talking like maybe $2,000-$3,000 value. So it's much more valuable to get one of the 100 seats for the mystery quest than to be one of the several thousand people on day 2 of the prime. So you're not comparing apples to apples there. So if you can get a day 3 seat on the mystery quest, that should be your top priority. And there's some strategies to talk about ways to approach that. Oh, all right. Stream Team family violence right here. Flyfish bedding into me. I got quads. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Get a hand, Flyfish. Take it down. I had 7-9 suited there. 7 of spades, 9 of spades. Nice hand. Nice hand. So Capital Credit, I think, is gunning for me. Maybe they know I'm a bounty because every time I've had cards, I had pocket 10s and I isolated an ace king high flop, and then we had pocket aces on the button, flop top set with flush draw. Flush draw got there on the turn, and then a 4-liner flush draw on the river, and we just got our soul destroyed. We got a playable hand here, which is King 10 offsuit. I'm going to save my chips, I think. Yeah, raise early, 2 callers. I'm out of position with a very marginal hand. We're actually middle stack of the middle parts of the tournament already. I've got 38 big blinds effective. King 10 offsuit's just not great. In that setting, kind of a tightish fold, but I think it's pretty standard. All right, so Utah Kurt, good day to you, Josh. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. All right. Utah Kurt and Utah Rowe both have seats to the Stream Team Family Championship at the beautiful Wynn in Las Vegas. Mick Frankson, welcome in, Mick Frank. Good to see you. Legend. I get to meet Mick Frank at Private Stream Team Family Tournament about 3 or 4 years ago. Tough player, really tough player. Great to see that he's here today. Utah Row, welcome in, Utah Row. Congrats on your seat once again. I think you're going to win it. I'm calling it now. I think Utah Row is winning the Private Stream Team Tournament. It'd be great to see her win that. That'd be awesome. All right, let's see. Fly Fish, Taxman, welcome in, Texas Taxman. Mr. Renders in the chat. Jason SD, closest I got was 9 spots away from day 2. Jason, welcome in, man. Another crusher. Man, we got such good players in the Stream Team family. I mean that. Like, I'm excited to see what you guys do in the Prime and the Championship and everything else. Stream Team Family Tournament. I feel like we're gonna have at least one or multiple people make it to the Mystery Quest the 3rd day, the 100 seats. Texas Doc, welcome in. Texas Doc, are you joining us in Vegas this year? I don't remember. I think you're going to Bahamas, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. All right, Chief, let's see, same. I think I was within a few of the bubble. Run back and forth between tables. Yeah, Bandit Jerry. There's definitely some strategy there. If anyone gets into one of the top 100 and day 2 of the Prime, we'll talk strategy. There's definitely some strategy to be had. I think first look is looking at your value. I mean, there's most likely higher value in the Mystery Quest and the Prime, but in theory, you could play 2, especially if they're in the same room. We can talk about it. First, win your Mystery Quest seat and get to day 2 in the Prime, and then we can formulate a strategy. Jason SD. All right. Is your better half here yet, Jason SD? Is she playing today? Bex, I bagged the Mystery Quest in 3 bullets. That's solid. Well, your day 2 value is definitely higher than 3 bullets. So congrats on doing that. I think I fired 3, and then I fired another one to try to get a bigger stack. I think I might fire 1 or 2 more to try to see if I can run up a bigger stack. Then 270K is pretty solid, though. I'm pretty much in the middle, I think. All right. So let's raise your hand if you want to be involved in a seat giveaway, which we're going to do right now. Raise your hand in the chat. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 1,000. Got about 2 or 3 minutes here. Raise your hand. You'll get entered in. All right. Raise your hand if you want a free seat giveaway. We're doing a giveaway right now. So we're going to give away more than one. We'll give away several seats during this stream. We're going to give away a seat right now. So put your hand up in the chat. And I'll start. I'll guess I'm the first. I think we're on a little bit of a delay. So let's see what we got. Raise your hand in the chat if you want to be entered into a World Poker Tour seat giveaway. We'll announce what it is. All right, let's see what we got. I think we must be on about a 2-minute delay. So that's great. So deep stack strategy. Yeah, you want to know your ranges really well. I mean, you want to think about what you're going to be playing on the button, cutoff. The farther you go, the deeper. Obviously, the button cutoff compared to the undergun or under the gun 1, you can play more hands later. You're going to realize your equity better. I posed an interesting question on my Twitter last night, which I want to discuss. Kind of a poker strategy concept. It's really something I've been realizing within the last year or 2. It's kind of an advanced concept. I posed the question of if you had King Jack offsuit from under the gun, let's say an 8-handed table. That's usually what the World Poker Tour is playing, is often 8-handed, sometimes 9-handed, rarely 10-handed, but often you'll find yourself 8-handed or even shorter. If you have King of Spades, Jack of Hearts, would you rather raise under the gun if you had, I said 50 or 25, but to make my point more glaringly obvious, I'm going to change that to 75 and 15 big blind stacks. So if you had a 75 big blind stack in your first act, 8-handed, full ring table, versus if you are under the gun at a 8-handed table and you only have 15 big blinds effective. Oh, here comes the hands up in the chat. Finally going through. Must be about a 2 or 3 minute delay. That's perfect. All right. So everyone's getting entered in here. We'll wait a few minutes to see who's gonna be entered in. Lots of hands up. Love to see that. Love to see that. All right. Get your hands up. We'll give it keep it open for a few minutes. All right. So we got a playable hand here. We are Basically on the low jack, position 6 with a very playable hand. Looks like fly fish is sitting out, so we will potentially be able to show the hand if he ends up being out. All right, so let's raise it up. Let's see if Capital Credit, they might want to mess around. They're kind of a, I don't know. Oh, they're going all in. I think I got a call here. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got another call. Wow. I was definitely calling Capital Credit because I got ace of diamonds, jack of diamonds. I don't think I can call another all in. When they call all in through a hand, this is just not strong enough. All right, I'm folding. Ace of diamonds, jack of diamonds. Heads up, I was definitely calling. Wow, 4-2. As I figured out, Capital Credit's just going bananas. I still like my fold through way. Oh, that's tough. I wouldn't be upset if Capital Credit goes out there. Oh man, they win the pot. I would have won. Can't be results oriented. I think that was a good fold after that player called. They've got it was close, 20 some big blinds, but I think a fold is standard. Capital Credit's really going after us. So when you have a player going after you, whether it be a big stack bully or if you got a bounty on your head, what the you're really incentivized to do is to tighten up. You really don't want to bluff pre-flop. You also want to even tighten your standard opening ranges even a little tighter. Also realize that they're going to be in there with complete junk, garbage, air. So take that for what it's worth. All right, a couple more minutes here. We'll see who raises their hand to get in the chat for the entry of the seat giveaway, which we'll announce in 1 or 2 minutes. How we'll win that. All right, good luck, fly fish. Run it up. All right, so Salem Witch. I can't make Vegas. Oh, I'm sorry, Herb. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, you've had a lot going on. It's interesting. I almost didn't make Vegas last year, and then I won the. I got a newborn baby. There's other things going on, but basically a newborn baby, and then I won the golden passport. So it made sense that I basically was going to go or had to go, quote unquote. All right, I got another playable hand here in the big blind, facing a 3.5 big blind open from the under the gun player. I haven't really seen them play much. Fly fish re-raises. Now my hand that's normally decent shrivels up. So I'm going to fold. Still got 22 big blinds. All right, by both on seat to the main event, right? Yeah, this is 10 seats to the main event for the World Championship and the World Series of Poker main event by both on. That's only a $200,000 value. I hope you're ready. Giveaway. Now that would be cool. Dr. Gretchen raised hands. Okay, you're in. You're in. Welcome. Phil the Mechanic, the OG winner of the giveaways. I had ace jack off here, fly fish. So your jacks are good. Another ace, another jack. Let's hope your kings hold. Let's go. Kings will hold. All in player. Oh, what a sick suck out on the river. Especially considering my ace jack is what I had. Man, tough. Sorry, fly fish. That was brutal. That was about as bad beat as when the golden passport travel got interrupted. Man, bad things come in threes. Hopefully that's enough bad beats or enough bad luck going your way. Better times ahead. Chipping a chair though. Still got one big blind. Brutal though, man. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, Phil the Mechanic. Would you like to see if you want to designate now? Remember, Phil the Mechanic, you got a seat to give away to someone, one of the Stream Team family members. You won 2 seats. You were the first seat winner. I think there's been a total of 12 seat winners so far. Phil the Mechanic was the very first, and he still has a seat to give away. He has not designated who in the Stream Team family he wants to give the seat away to. I'd like to see if Phil the Mechanic would like to decide today on the stream, on the Sunrun Bounty stream, who he is going to give the seat away to. If not, he can wait. He can wait up until the final day. If he doesn't want to decide who he's giving away to now, all respect. All right, Fly Fish is all in. Good luck, Fly Fish. You will not be getting any chips from me. I've got 9 of spades, 4 of spades. Queen 10 of hearts. Let's go. I think Queen 10 of hearts wins. 10. Yes, let's go. Hold at least 70%. Oh my gosh. Get a king, 10, queen. Wow. Good run, man. Unlucky. Tough plan as always. Good run, fly fish. All right, so give me a minute or two here. I'm going to announce what the challenge will be for the giveaway. Let me finish up the chat here. Cabby, yeah, we're going to miss Air Herb Legend. I can't believe he's not going to make it. Air Herb, yo, I will miss everyone. All right, Jason Jams. I got Queen of Hearts, 10 of Clubs. I'm actually going to, I'm on a delay too, so I can show my cards regardless. So let me get rid of the card protector here. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of my card protector going forward. I think that makes most sense. All right. Pyboathon said he recorded that. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Okay. Lots of witnesses. Okay. Just get JC to approve those seats. Yeah. Yeah. They got $200,000 sitting around to give away. All right. Dang, yeah, good run, Flyfish. Anyone out already with Flyfish? Oh, Flyfish took some bad beats, man. He got the money in good and took bad beats. That's all you can do. Kings versus Ace Jackhand was so brutal. That player was drawing so thin. Um, so okay, here's the challenge. So I'm gonna give this about maybe 5 minutes. So I drew a number. I've already got it up. Random number generator. First one, super simple. We're gonna make this go fast. We don't have the Wheel of Doom yet. So we are giving away a seat to the World Poker Tour Club WT Private Stream Team Family Tournament at the Wynn in Las Vegas. What you need to do right now, for anyone in the chat, in the Twitch chat, live stream chat, comment a number between 1 and 1,000. There was some strategy there about my favorite number. I just pulled up a random number generator and drew a number. So that's how I came to it. I've got it sitting here. I'm looking at it on my cell phone. So I'll give you guys about 5 minutes. Put your numbers in the chat, and we'll see who gets closest. Over or under is fine. Whoever's the absolute closest wins a seat to the stream team. Let's see if IraqVet wins his fourth seat. He is on fire. He's won 3 seats already. He's given away he's given away to a seat to West the Best, which is awesome. Oh, Capital Credit's out. All right. See you, Capital Credit. Actually like to see that. He was putting me the screws on me a little bit easier for me to play and chip up. Felt like I was in the Bay 101 Sunrun Bay 101 tournament again with the bounty on my head. All right, count out your numbers between 1 and 1,000. Random number generator. Drop your number in the chat. And give this about 5 minutes. We're basically rewarding people who are in the chat early on for for the Sunrun bounty stream. Those who joined us in the first few minutes, welcome in everyone. Cabby's here. Hey Cabby, looking forward to seeing you. Cabby, what are you playing this December? I think you got a prime seat. You planning on playing anything else for sure? So we got Ace-7 offsuit versus 6-10. Looks like Magnus is going to take out another player. Jason 999. Let's see if the table breaks. We'll be down to 5. Yep, down to 5. Probably going to break our table. See if we need to get that going up. How long is the delay, Meta? Good question. Probably 2 or 3 minutes, I think, is what it seems like. Let's see what we need to do here. Table's breaking. All right, give me a second. Oh, nice. Okay, it just brought me straight in. Okay, that's pretty cool. Meta's here. Meta, get your hand up. We're doing a giveaway. Throw your hand up in the chat. Welcome in. Better late than never, Meta. Welcome to the party. All right, Bobby. Welcome in, Bobby. Man, I want to say thank you to everyone who was involved earlier with the discussion, the stream that Brad Braulio Nesser put on. That was awesome to be able to discuss that. I'm sure it's recorded. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, watch it. It was super important, very impactful. I took a lot out of it. I was happy to be a part of it. All right, we got some numbers coming in here. High card 6 says 67. We got 77, 17, 23, 29. Keep in mind, these are numbers between 1 and 1,000, not just 1 and 100. All right, between 1 and 1,000. Drop your number. All right, that's good. All right, let's get back over here. So are we heads up? I think we are. How do we want to play this? This is a limp pot. What's the old saying? Never go broke in a limp pot. All right. See if I can go broke in a limp pot. I'm just kidding. I got a check raise situation here. I got the high end of a straight. Put an ace out there. That'd be glorious. 3 is nice for our range. 600. All right. All right, got a fold. Let's go. So we double barreled after the check raise. Check raised the big blind. Basically, if he had a queen there, he would continue. Anything else, he's probably going to fold. Even some under pairs, we get to fold out. So one of the keys of bluffing, semi-bluffing is great if you can. And also with bluffing, you want to bluff better hands out. You want better hands to fold. So we check raise the flop, and then we double barreled or continued on the turn with we want to pot with 5 high. That was great. All right, so we'll fold that hand. All right, so I'm going to drop about 2 more minutes here. We'll go to 4:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we will close the numbers. All right, between 1 and 1,000. Drop your number. Howdy, all late to the party. Been busy losing money. Hey, welcome in, Lana. Never, better late than never. You better drop your number in. 744. Nice. Welcome. All right. Great. 744. That's good. Yeah. Drop a number between 1 and 1,000. Closest. This is not Price is Right or Bob Barker rules. This is absolute closest. You can go over or under. Whoever's closest to this random number I used on my cell phone random number generator wins a seat, the 13th seat giveaway. To answer your question, Phil the Mechanic, there's not a list, an absolute list posted, but I can tell you who they were. Um, if you guess Iraq vet, that's a pretty good guess because he's won 3 seats. He's already given 1 seat away. He's going to retain 2 seats. West of S has 1 of the 3 seats. So that will be good. Brad Braulio Nesser has a seat. Utah Rowe, Utah Kurt, Old Lady Jane. Phil the Mechanic has 1 with 1 to give away. This is just off the top of my head. I know I'm forgetting a few others. I have a list. I don't have it right in front of me. So stay tuned to that. Bexkey has a seat for sure. Who else? Those are the ones that come to mind. I've got a list. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Okay. All right. We're going to go. Okay. So 441. Good. So it's 441 now. I'll keep it open through the end of 441. When I see 442, which is a few more seconds on my computer, I will just comment stop in the chat. That way we know entries are closed. So we have just a little bit more time here. All right. So now I got 18 big blinds and a dream. Really got to chip up. The tournament is progressing. Mr. Clutch Logo, welcome in. Crusher, glad you're not at my table. What's up, Josh Stream Team family? Who's the early number 1? Yeah, I'm not sure who's in the lead right now. I'm gonna have to pull it up in a second and see. Maybe if someone has it readily available, they can comment. Um, let's see. Cabby has 3 bullets for the prime. Yeah, but Cabby's been crushing. All right, so it's let's see. I'm just gonna comment stop, closed. All right, so the action's closed. Let me review. So the number is 447. Awesome. So let me get to the question. I saw a couple close ones there. Let me review it and see who is the closest. I'll be able to grade our answers. It's a little bit harder, 1 in 1,000. So Bobby is close. He's 30 off, 477. Anyone closer you guys see? Super Dan. Oh, Super Dan's closer, 429. That's 18 away. Anyone closer than 18? Super Dan. Let me see. Oh, wow, Pacer Cop close, 1 off. This is quite the sweat. Let's see. So several people guessed early on, double-digit numbers. McFrank had a good guess. Cabby was close, 70 off. Let's see. I think Pacer Cop was close also. Super Dan is the closest that I see, 18. Let me get else. TJ was also close, 33, but not too close. Let's see. 18, 410, 18. Let's see. Gunboats had a nice, it was very close, 32 away. Bum, bum, bum. Fatal changed his number, which was fine, but was not close. Let's see. All right, so close. Oh yeah, Piboathlon trying to cheat there. No, no dice. All right, Super Dan, congratulations, Super Dan. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll give you guys a couple minutes if you to grade it. If you see any other comment, we'll keep it open for a couple minutes. But I think Super Dan 1974 was the winner. 18 off. Congratulations, 429 compared to 447. Super Dan, awesome. Very dedicated member of Club WT Stream Team family. Glad to see that he got a seat. Very happy for you guys. So just so you guys know, that is the 13th seat given away to the private Stream Team family tournament. So what I'll be doing is compiling a list, and essentially what I'll do is I'm going to end up Venmoing you or figuring out a way. If Venmo doesn't work, fine. And I might end up finding a central person. Actually, we'll see if my travel plans change based on a couple of factors. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to play the private Stream Team family tournament this year, unfortunately, because I'm playing the main event as part of the ambassadorship and sponsorship. So I will either one of two ways. Either I will get a Venmo list from everyone and just directly send you the payment if you're going to play that tournament. Remember, if you have a seat and you cannot play the tournament, you can also use the value. We haven't. I don't think it's officially been announced. It's been roughly $120 if you play a live tournament. Um, yeah, let's see. I got an opening hand here. If you play a live tournament, then you can also um, use the value of that to play. Let's see, I'm getting min raised here. All right, so I opened up 2x off of about 18 big blinds, and I got a min click and a call. I think I only have one option here. I'm getting good pot odds. Let's hope to flop a flush draw. Didn't flop much. So let's see what we've got here. Checking is the only option right now. Yeah, that was a bit of an unfortunate flop. See if he bets miniature 200. That's what I was gonna say. If he bets like 200, maybe I can continue. Yeah, I think I've got enough backdoor priced in, one big blind. All right, let's get four of clubs rather, six of hearts. One of the worst cards I could have seen. As far as realizing my equity, I've got absolutely nothing right now. All right. So, anyone else see anything different than Super Dan? I think Super Dan won. Utah Row. Okay, folding there. All right. Perfect, perfect. The price is wrong. Cabby, Medi, welcome in, buddy. Crusher player, longtime streamer. All right, Pacer Cop. Bringing my kid to the airport. We'll be listening and playing on my cell. All right, love that. Whatever you say goes, Pacer Cop, Massachusetts State Police. If you say anything, I just listen. So respect, mad respect. So take him to the airport. I guess you're meaning Logan, probably, unless you're down in Alabama. Let's see. Runner stepped away for a second. What's the number for? Oh, we gave a seat away, our runner. Be the first of several here. I got a playable hand, but not with this action. I got Jack of Hearts, 8 of Hearts. Yeah, just nothing to do here. Open and then 3-bet. I think a lot of the people know that I'm the bounty. There seems to be the way they're playing is not very standard. I think they're kind of loosening up, trying to get the bounty, rightly so. See if we know any people here. I don't think there's any Stream Team family people at my table. I recognize some of the names. California Grinder, RNEP I've played with. Um, yeah, Cole Decker. That sounds familiar. Yeah, congrats, Super Dan. Let's go. 13th seat winner, private Stream Team family tournament. So, like I said, either I'll get your guys' Venmos, or maybe someone like Brad Braulio can take one for the team and help divvy up the seats if he's there. I might just send the allotment to Brad Braulio and he'll divvy up the seats. We'll see. Someone like that. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with a game plan. We'll figure that out over the next week or two. But rest assured, if you want a seat, you're going to get a free entry to the private Stream Team tournament. Entry about $120 value. Once again, if you want a seat and can't make it there for whatever reason, your plans get canceled, we will I will honor that if you play a local live tournament of similar value, of equal or lesser value. So make sure that we are good with that. Arnie P raising it up. We got Limp Limp. We got ISO 6. It's a pretty big size with how flat, how shallow I am. I'll fold. All right, we need to chip up. We are down to 12 big blinds, getting on the button. One thing I'd say for sure, I mean, Club WT, really the value of like developing your skill in your game is multifold. Getting access to all these real tournaments every night, really tough competition. I mean, everyone in this chat are absolutely crushers. That if you dedicated and went to real time poker, you guys would all have mm, crazy amounts of live earnings. Um, I'm certain about that. I've been playing on on the main events of the World Poker Tour now for a few years, and everyone in this chat right now is can compete on a very high level on live tournament poker play. That's for certain. But the point I was trying to make is Club WT, it prepares you to do a lot of things successfully. One of the things it's really good at is it prepares you to navigate the short stack like this. I mean, I don't know how many times I've been in such a short stack like this. I got 12 big blinds on the button. It's a little tricky because I got a bounty on my head. So I think you got to tighten up instances like this because people will be calling you super light. So kind of disincentivizes some shoves that I would otherwise be able to shove. I think people in general, especially online, Club WT and the like, don't call wide enough generally. If you study push fold charts, I think, and calling charts, I don't think people call wide enough. So that is what it is. 447 was the number. Congratulations, Super Dan. Okay, sweet. Yeah, awesome. All right, that was a Price is Right bid. $1 higher. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Super Dan was like $1. Pacer Cop said $1. Super Dan said $2. All right. Piboathon says, "You ready to come to my table? 35, 814, sitting at 19K. You would never knock me out, Piboathon. No chance. I'll come to your table. You double me up." Utah Row. Congrats, Super Dan. It's official. No going back now. Super Dan, first seat giveaway. Stay tuned till the end. Make sure you're in. There will be more seat giveaways. I can guarantee it. So we'll figure out ways to give away more seats on this stream. You'll want to watch. They'll be random. It might be at the end. They might be in the middle. So make sure you stay on. If you're not on, snooze, you lose. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Watching on YouTube and couldn't see all the comments. Yeah, T Robbins, is it live on YouTube or not? I'm curious. T Robbins, you're here. Welcome. T Robbins is here, everyone. The latest, the greatest. He lives in the central part of the US. Some people think it's Missouri, some people think it's Nebraska, some people think Kansas. He's a mysterious man. No one really knows. He's not on the coast, he's in the center. Beachy, California, no surprise where she lives. SoCal. Beachy, who we highlighted on one of the episodes. Might as well, let's see. Let's get back into some strategy chat here. So we're getting short stacked, 8 big blinds. I mean, in a way, you do have to remember that you have the bounty on your head, but you also have to you're playing a poker tournament, right? You got to chip up or you're going to go out. So I'll be looking for any shovable hand here. I'll be coming up to hijack next hand. The problem is if you get too short, you're going to get called multiple ways and your equities go way down. Whereas if you get any random 2 cards in against any random raise, you're usually around 35% equity. So one like super short stack, I'm talking like 5 big blinds or lower, one actual strategy is if someone raises big is just to get in there with any 2 cards because you're getting the right value to call as opposed to just waiting around for a great hand. Just go in because a lot of people won't be calling and you can go heads up with someone who you're probably 30 or 35% chance to win. All right, I got a shovable hand here. Let's see what we can do. Limp in from grinder. Do I jam? Tough, tough, tough. Ay, ay, ay. What do I do? It feels like a shove before I lose any fold equity. Shoving it in. All right. Little bit of tough spot. I think I had to go with it. Got a suited ace. Still got a little bit of fold equity, 7 big blinds over the I'm getting called definitely by at least one or both of these players, but a California grinder is like 80% chance to call me, probably higher, 90 or 100%, especially if they know if I'm the bounty. Maybe they don't know I'm the bounty and they just fold. That would be glorious. Yeah, if I get called, I'm not great shape. Oh, that's terrible. Let's go 3 hearts. Summon the threes, chat. Ooh, chop. I'll take a 5. I'm not greedy. 7, 5 or 7 or 3. This could be done quickly. Oh, 5. All right, staying alive. Good chop. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Limped in with ace queen offsuit. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Was hoping I didn't see a bigger ace, but c'est la vie. Okay, I got a folding hand now. 9 big blinds, 9 or 10 big blinds. Tripped up a little bit. That's pretty good. All right, Super Dan is not going, so not qualified. So goes to runner up, question mark. Interesting. Interesting thought there. Super Dan, can you confirm you are not going? If not going, I think Pacer Cop wins. Confirm that for me, Super Dan. Although I would say Super Dan still wins a seat, in which case, if you can't make the tournament, if you want to play a live tournament in your area, really what I'm doing, I'm trying to promote people to play live poker. So if you can play a live poker tournament in your area, let me know and I'll honor that. If not, we can give the seat away. So Super Dan, well, let me know what you think. Number one, are you going to Vegas? Will you be playing this private stream team tournament? If yes, the seat is yours. If no, can you play a live tournament in your area? Send me the receipt by the end of the year, and that will be honored. So yeah, Super Dan, let me know what you think. If you will play in the private stream team tournament, and realistically, if not, can play in a live tournament by the end of the year. If not, then we'll give away the seat to the runner-up, who I think is Pacer Cop. Big sweat, Pacer Cop. Let's see if you get a seat or not. Thanks for pointing that out, Beachy. All right, Mr. Clutch Logo is in first place right now. Let's go. All right, remember, so this is, you want to cash this tournament. If I cash the World Poker Tour World Championship $10,400 buy-in tournament, December 13th through the 19th in Las Vegas, if I cash there, all the payouts from today's Sunrun Bounty Tournament will be doubled. Good luck to everyone playing today. First place would be a nice win and nice double there, Mr. Clutch Logo. You better believe I'm going to be ready for this $10,400 buy-in tournament. All systems go. We've been studying for a long time, preparing mentally, physically, working on, getting our mind right, getting our game plan right. We're going to be full systems go. So you're going to want to cash today in this tournament. That way you can get double payout. All right, and all of your buy-ins refunded, in fact. All right, let's see what we got. T. Robin says, grew up in Kansas, live in Lincoln, Nebraska for the past 20 years. Very good. So I got a kind of a debatable spot. I think a regular tournament, might be a decent spot to 3-bet all in, or these hands are really nice. Tony Dunst talks about all the time, kind of blocker effects. However, I've got no fold equity, and it's a pretty marginal hand. So if I would have raised all in there, I would have 100% gotten called by California Grinder. So decided to fold, and we'll take our 7 big blinds to the button. All right. Taxman says Salem with boom switch. All right. Taxman. Cabby says not looking good. Ace King of Diamond, short stacked all in. Need some luck. Poof. Okay. Good run, Cabby. Good run. All right. Good effort. Can't win them all, man. That's something I learned. Went 5 for 5 on main events. Took it out to Bay 101. And the Sun Run took a bit of a hitch. We made it to day 2. Finished, I don't remember exactly, less than 300, between 200 and 300 people out of 690 or something. So we did not cash our most recent tournament. We're 5 for 6 in main events. Looking to start a new streak here. We'll go 6 for 7 starting after December. Main event, trying to follow in Catlin 1989's footsteps of cashing the main event. Anyone else from the Stream Team family cash the World Poker Tour main event at the World Championship that we know of? I can't think of anyone else. So we got 7 big blinds here, and I got King Queen offsuit. We are in there, family. Let's see, what's better, call or raise? I think call, 3-bet. I think 3-bet. It's close, actually. I got no fold equity. Let's raise. Getting called, but it is what it is. Strong hand. Ace king. Hate to see it, family. Let's get a queen. See how lucky. See how lucky we can get. Oh, flop the stones. Flop me dead. Let's get an ace. I'll take a 10 or a queen or an ace. Not to be greedy. I think it's over. Oh, 10. Lucky. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was crazy. California Grinder, I feel for them if they don't end up getting my bounty. That's 2 spots they were ahead. That was a sick suck out. Sorry, California Grinder. That was dirty. Wow, that was insane. That's tough. Might give him another chance here. I got another playable hand. All right, what's better, jam or min raise? I think jam is better on this specific setup. Ace jack offsuit, back in the game. Folds it. All right. Back above starting stack, 5,300. Man, that was a sick suck out. I almost feel bad, but I don't. It's poker. All right, let's keep it going. Keep it going. Cooler and poof. Iraq figure out already, man. As I say, it takes bad beats to knock out crushers. We've been seeing that already. Iraq bet, coolered, flyfish, coolered, both exceptionally winning players. Did you get a spot in the prime yet? T. Robbins asked Iraq vet. He's still working on it, from what I hear. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. Iraq vet's going to be in there. We got the winner already announced as the winner, Iraq vet. Mr. Clutch Logo, what day are you arriving in Vegas? Good question, Mr. Clutch Logo. The answer is I don't know. Fluid dynamic situation. Hope to see you for Stream Team Cocktail Hour and private tournament next Wednesday, the 10th. I am hoping I'm going to be there. It seems unlikely at this point. Current travel plans are the 13th of December, arriving, leaving the 19th of December, subject to change. I'm definitely playing the main event. I have a sponsorship bullet there through the World Poker Tour as part of the ambassadorship. I have a real positive chance of making the mystery quest, which is day 3. Day 3 would be live, which would be December 12th. If that happens, I'll probably come in the 11th. I'd like to see if I can swing and make it the 10th. That's also a possibility. So that would be December 9th. So it'll kind of be a game time decision. I would love to be there the 10th and the 11th. Yeah, that's all on the 10th. Man, I would really like to make it the 10th. I think let's see, I'm just trying to think ahead. I think if I make the mystery quest, I think there'll be a very good chance that I can swing it to come in early to midday on the 10th, play both of those events. That would be great. And then rest for the 11th and play the quest on the 12th. Yeah, and then maybe just cut my trip short on the tail end, assuming I don't make the final table of the main event. Yeah, that'll probably be what happens. So a lot riding on day 2 of the World Poker Tour Club WT Gold Mystery Quest 3-day live tournament. A lot riding on that. So that'll be December 9th. It'll kind of be a truly game time decision, I think. Wow, another cooler California Grinder. Man, been getting the worst hands at my table have been winning. Just get it all in with behind and you'll win. All right. So let's see. Let me know in the chat what everyone is confirmed playing. I'm curious to see who's got prime championship seats, who's got main event seats. Let me know in the chat if you got good stacks for the mystery quest day 2. Looks like JV guy is going down. I got a playable hand here. So what did he start with? 44. So that's about 15 big blinds. And 98 offsuit. We'll be looking to get in there. That's a terrible flop. Favors his range. Is the early position raiser. I don't have a lot of aces or kings in my range. And it's crazy because he bets small. He bets one big blind. And I'm going to be getting something like 6 or 7 to 1 on my money. And I can't even call. No backdoors, no potential. If a 9 or 8 comes, I've got no hope or, don't feel confident realizing my equity, just have to fold. So that's one mistake a lot of people make is they get married to their hand because the big blind you need to call super wide for, various reasons. But you also then just need to fold something like 40 or 50% of flops to a continuation bet, even a small flop bet, like a third pot, or in that instance, one big blind, which was 20% pot bet. You basically are, you know, you're realizing your equity by calling and getting the chance at getting good hands and bluffing opportunities later. But yeah, you still need to fold something like 40 or 50% of hands on the flop to continue to a continuation bet. All right. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. This is exciting. So I think there's who knows the information on the stream team qualifier. I think who's getting it going? Is it John Miner? I think Meta John is for sure involved in it. Um, about the satellite qualifier that you guys are getting together. I'd like to hear more info on that. Let's see. So, what do we say here? If you play day one flight of the mystery quest, but do not advance to day two, you'll be entered into a 500,000 second chance raffle and a chance to win a $100,000 ambassadorship. That's pretty cool. So there's the mystery quest. Someone dropped a link there. I love that. All right. So, what does Super Dan say? Give it to Pacer Cop. I'm cool with that. I owe him anyways from last night. Okay. I'll give it a couple minutes to, 5 minutes or so for that to be official, but it sounds like Pacer Cop won a seat the first giveaway. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll make that official if that's what's going on. We got about a 2 or 3 minute break here, then we'll hop back in. Let's catch up with the chat, see how everyone's doing. All right, Texas Taxman. Taxman, what are you playing? Are you coming to Vegas? I haven't heard anything from you. You've been pretty quiet last few months. Are you playing the Prime? You playing the main? Playing Mystery Quest? You playing high stakes cash games? So another fun little announcement. It's not official or it's in the works in the talks. I might end up playing I don't know how high stakes it'll be, but one of the cash games that's featured at the World Poker Tour at the Win, one of the live stream cash games. So that'll be fun. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. There've been some discussions, so that'll be a fun way to get some recognition for Club WPT. It'll be full swag gear. It'd be hilarious if I showed up in the this attire, in the Superman attire. It'd be funny if someone we got to decide if I get on the cash game, maybe I wear this. That would be kind of ridiculous, kind of funny. We'll see. I don't know. I'm indifferent. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Barfalot, nothing really want to go badly. Chief U playing the double milestone on the 7th. Make a decision. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, Pilo Turbo looks good. There's a couple like $600 buy-in tournaments, no limit tournaments that look really favorable. All right. Sarge is getting married. T. Robbins says there's about a 50% chance that's true. We'll see what Sarge has to say. Vet Ticks, free tickets. Yeah, good call. Sorry, Bobby. Vet Ticks for free tickets and stuff while you're there. That's awesome. Action Dan has a main seat. Is that right, Action Dan? Okay, I didn't realize that. Main event seat. How did you win that? I don't remember that. Cool and Calm has 2 prime seats. Crusher. She's going to run deep, run up a big stack. I know that for sure. Pybothon, day 2, 217K, and the mystery quest he's talking about. Let's just talk about that briefly for anyone who's interested. It's a really cool opportunity. I've got no sweat off my back one way or the other. I mean, it doesn't help me one way or the other, but if you're playing the mystery quest, Club WPT Gold, 3-day tournament, day ones are going on now. Top 5% from day one field goes on to day 2, which is another online event on day 2, Club WPT Gold, and that's basically a qualifier down to the top 100, who then will play live in Las Vegas at the Win December 12th. That will be a $2 million added tournament. So you're looking at $3+ million prize pool probably. There's a G-Wagon going to be given away. Conservatively, $20,000 seat value for all of those 100 seats on average, but probably closer to 30,000. And that'll be starting with even chip stacks. It kind of resets California Grinder is down, shoves it. Probably gonna get called at least one or multiple ways here. I bet RNEP will call. All right, let's see. Air Herb sandwich cash in the main event. Satellite spun it up, 75x. Nice job, Air Herb. 130. Let's see. Queen, King Jack. That's an ambitious jam. King Jack offsuit. I guess only not terrible. 8.5 big blinds. It's close. Um, Probably would have folded there. All right, let's see. Doo-doo-doo. California Grinder. What a bad beat, man. Two chances to knock me out. Got it in the head both times and didn't make it happen. Let's see. Do we shove here from the button with this hand? 11 big blinds. If I was not the bounty player, I would say it's close. Still probably a fold. Being the bounty player, it is definitely a fold. Live to see another day. It was close. That's one of the exploits I like on club is to shove a little bit wider from the button because people don't call generally wide enough. Oh yeah, yep. And so that's something I'll do quite often in tournaments on Club WT is shove pretty wide from the button, knowing that you're going to get folds vast majority of the time, more than half for sure, maybe upwards of 80+%. Small blind and big blind will both fold. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Okay, Super Dan says, I feel good about it. Go Pacer Cup. All right, it's official. Crossing off the list, Super Dan 1974 Pacer Cup. Congratulations on your seat. You won the first giveaway today. This is the private stream team tournament. You were the 13th winner. Pacer Cup, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you already have a seat? Is this your second seat? I don't remember. I feel like you might already have a seat. I don't have the list readily in front of me. This might be your second seat. All right. Let's see. Let's catch back up on the chat. All right. Sit and go. Joe's out of either. Yeah. So, anyone playing any live events coming up before December? It's coming right upon us. I mean, it's like we're a little over basically a week away, right? Who's getting in the earliest? Anyone going in on before the 6th? I've heard several people going in on December 6th, which is, 6 days away. Is anyone going sooner than that? My schedule is super fluid right now. As of now, my flight's for the 13th. I'm hoping to make it earlier, like 10th during the day would be ideal, I think. Definitely not playing the prime this year, just the way that things worked out. But I would love to be there on the 10th for all of the main festivities. I gotta make another final table run at the private stream team tournament. I ended up third the year that Jason SD took it down when he got first. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think second place was a World Poker Tour employee, if I remember that correctly. Let's see. Lady in the OC, welcome in. Thanks for the shout out. All right, looking forward to Vegas, all the stream team family and all that will attend. Great, really clutch, all the streamers, excellent. All right, all in here, pretty close equities. King, top pair of kings versus flush draw with the overcard ace. Kings hold, nice double. All right, so we're still pretty short stacked here. We're going to be in position 5 under the gun with 10.5 big blinds. We'll be looking for a shovable hand. Queen 4 offsuit is not that, so we'll take it to the big blind streets. One nice thing about Club WT is they do not utilize the big blind ante format, so a little bit less penalized to play a little slower. Live World Poker Tour events, they're utilizing the big blind ante format. So if you get to the big blind, you're basically paying 2 big blinds. You pay the ante for everyone, plus you play the big blind. On Club WT, it takes a small, basically the old school way of you pay a small amount of the ante each hand. There's some debate whether they both got their pros and cons, but effectively you can play a little bit slower. You're a little bit more incentivized to stick around longer, jam with less, jam less often, essentially, just to a small percentage point. Let's see. All right, we'll see what happens here. Let me see if I can get rid of this little. There we go. That might be better. All right, that's fine. Doo-doo-doo. All right, let's bring it back up. All right, let's see what we got. Doo-doo-doo. Ooh, dropping the mystery quest. Mm-mm-mm. Let me get post the YouTube. Might as well post my YouTube. Give a little shout out there. Let me get the website, the address there. Drop a pin in the comment. Give it a lot more seats. So I want to make sure everyone's involved over there. Also, let's see something. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. All right, there it is. All right. Decent hand there. All right. www.youtube.com/Josh Poker. All right. We got the Bank Rolex challenge going on. So, yeah, make sure you are involved over at the YouTube channel, giving away lots of seats. We got some fun challenges going on. Let me see what we got going on. Half pot bet. That doesn't feel good. Got no good hope of realizing my equity. Third pair, really minimal backdoor draws. Not great. Not a great situation there, family. All right. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, that's all fine. A pretty playable hand here. Let's see what we got. Got a limp. Jam is okay. Do I jam for 9? Feels close. I think I can chip up more, put a little pressure on. If I still have a decent stack. Was close to a jam versus a people. My hand's a little bit disguised. I want to flop top pair. Second pair is okay. Not great. Mm. T. Robin says, talk simple strategy to the rooks playing in a huge tournament for the first time. All right. I like that. I like that. Jam for the full. All right. Simple strategy for a deep stack tournament. Let's say the prime, 10,000 runners, right? First of all, what's the goal of the tournament? I mean, you gotta finish top 100. You want to finish final table, right? So, min cash is nice, $2,000, but you're going to be there 3 4 days playing multiple. You want to play 3 or 4 days in a row to make $2,000 min cash? I don't know. I don't think that's what the primary goal should be. If you min cash, that's great, but that shouldn't be your goal going into it. So, think about your why you're playing the tournament, and that should dictate how you're going to play the tournament successfully. If you just look to play a really tight passive strategy, you're not going to chip up. You really to finish the top 100 where the big money's at. You got to be aggressive. You got to get in there. You got to chip up. You want to be big stack going through it. What the heck's going on here? So I got 3x open. I got a pocket pair. That's not great. Fold. So I think a 10,000 person tournament, $1,000 buy-in, the prime championship, you want to chip up. You gotta play aggressive, you gotta play tight aggressive, loose aggressive, be raising a lot, bluffing a lot, looking to take down pots a lot. You can't just sit around and hope for good hands. There's almost no chance to finish in the top 100 if you're just waiting for the deck to run over you. It just won't happen that way. So I think you got to play more lucid, way more aggressive. Anyone on Club WT who's playing there, you got to play way more aggressive, three betting, re-raising pre-flop from the blinds. Um, you know, just playing way more aggressive, but tighter, or folding more hands too. You can't just limp in. First of all, you can never limp to open the position. You gotta come in raising. You gotta have people fear you a little bit. Don't be afraid to bluff a little bit. But also, so then you got to kind of think of the tournament in stages. I mean, you're going to start super deep stack, 300 big blinds or something like that, most of which we've never seen on Club WT, right? Have you ever played on Club WT with 3, 4, 5, or 600 big blinds deep starting? Probably the answer to that's no. So deep stack poker, what do that's going to be the first several hours, if not half of the first day, is deep stack poker. So how do you play deep stack poker? Number one, patience. I mean, just realize you're going to be folding most hands, 80% of hands, something like that. Just be locked in for a long day, keep your focus, keep your mind right, get your energy up. Make sure 10 hours into the day, you're going to be ready to compete. So just patience is super important. You're going to be there all day, and hopefully you're going to be there for 3 or 4 days in a row. But you got to be aggressive when your good hands come up. You can't be bashful. You got to be aggressive. You got to put people into spots. You got to put people to a test and make them consider going out, right? So patience is most important. Then being aggressive when you have the spots. In general, a club WT player, they need to be much more aggressive. They need to loosen up their style a little bit. Three betting from the small and big blind is huge. Um, that's most important. And also, really importantly, 30,000 foot view, you've got to keep your eye on the prize. What is the goal? 10,000 player tournament. Do you want to play for 3 days just to min cash? I don't know. I'd say most people probably don't want to do that. So you want to be running deep, top 500 score is nice, but you want a top 100 score. You want a final table. You want to win it. That's where it's at. So play to do that. In order to do that, you have to be aggressive, super aggressive. I mean, if you're ever in a decision where you're thinking, should I do this? Should I take the passive way or the aggressive way? If you're at least considering doing it, being aggressive, you should probably just do it. I mean, just do the aggressive thing. And especially from coming from the tightish style that we come from on Club WT, be more aggressive. Number one, most important thing, be more aggressive, be more aggressive, be more aggressive. Also, brush up on how you play deep stack a little bit, which is patience, being aggressive, knowing what hands are good deep stack play. If you check out my YouTube in the most recent episode, I did a breakdown on deep stack play. Basically, the high implied odds hands go way up in value. I got a shovelable hand here. We're going with it, family. Pocket nines, five bigs, and a dream. Let's see how many ways we get called. Everyone's getting pretty short stacked. I'll take folds. I'll take one caller, maybe. Nope, folds. It's all right. 4,500. Let's see if we can chip up some more. Now we're in position 5 with about how many? 8 big blinds? 8-ish? Oh, wow. Look at that. Another hand. Snowman coming in. 7. Yeah, 7-ish big blinds. Gonna be ahead of most hands that call. Be flipping a lot, like ace jack, ace queen, king queen, sort of things that call. People don't probably aren't calling enough small pairs here, so I'll probably not be dominating anyone that calls. Although I got a bounty on my head, so people in theory should be calling pretty wide. But yeah, so deep stack play is huge, right? Let's say you're playing the prime. I don't know exactly how you start out. Say you start out with 50,000 chips. Your goal should be, you got to be, plus 100. You should be up 100, 150, 200, 250,000 chip stack by the end of the day. You don't want to eke out, you don't want to just finish the day with 30,000 chips. And, there's too much glory, I think, on like making a bag or getting a chip stack about your, oh, look, I made day 2 with my bag. That's fine, especially if you've never done it before. It's a good milestone, but don't alter your play to do that because it really means very little in the long run. You want to chip up. You have to chip up. You want to build your stack. You want to be aggressive. Deep stack play, you want high implied odds hands. You got your suited connectors, your suited aces, your middle and small pocket pairs. Be able to fold, make big folds. Like I made a huge fold with pocket aces. I flopped a top set. If you got 300 big blinds deep and you only have one pair post flop, pocket aces going in, that's not a good hand. I can guarantee you. You get 200 big blinds each going in, all in, after the flop. Deep stack poker, just fold it. You want really good hands. So be patient, be aggressive. Know what hands make good value, which are suited aces, suited connectors, suited gappers, big pocket pairs, this sort of thing. Also, I'd say deep stack play and playing well in one of these major tournaments like the Prime Championship, you're going to be with the same group of people for at least 8 hours, and so being hyper focused. One of the things I've been best at is paying attention. I wear sunglasses mainly to mask my tells, but also so I can be looking at everyone and they don't necessarily know it. But every single action someone makes, you want to see what they're doing. Are they hesitant when they've got a good hand? Do they bet right away when they're bluffing? If they bet half pot on the river, is that a bluff? If they bet a third pot on the river, is that a bluff or value? If they bet full pot on the river, is that a bluff or value? If you're on your phone or watching a sporting event, forget it. You have to be paying attention if you want to win at tournament poker. Also, then you'll realize, okay, who are the super tight players? You'll be a little bit more likely to bluff. If you got a flush draw on the flop at the end, if you go all in, this tight player is probably going to fold. That's a nice spot late in the day. And you'll get these reads on players. You got some aggro, crazy, loose aggressive player, fishy player that's playing like crazy all day. They raise you from the cutoff. You're on the button with ace king offsuit. You're 10 hours into the day. You got 20 big blinds. That's probably a good spot to go all in, where you might be nervous to do so otherwise. So just paying attention to these subtle little things. You're never going to look at a player and be like, oh, they're breathing faster, they're bluffing. Like, that doesn't happen. But the reads come from paying attention to timing, paying attention to bet size. That'll give you a lot of tells. Paying attention to players' actions. These are the things you want to focus on. This is what makes tournament poker so valuable. Just showing up, paying attention, putting players on reads, not reads in the sense like, oh, they're blinking twice, that's a bluff. Reads in the sense of how big are they betting? What sort of range, what sort of strength of hands are they getting to the river with? This sort of thing. So that's like a little crash course on how to run deep in one of these super deep stack tournaments. All right, Pacer Cop, congratulations again on the first seat giveaway. So we've been live for 1 hour and 23 minutes. We will give another seat away by the 2-hour mark, just a heads up. So we're going to give away multiple seats today. So within the next 36 minutes, we will give away another seat, just a heads up. So hang in there with me. We'll be talking strategy. We'll give you a little bit of entertainment. Gonna stick around here on my table until we bust it or win it, and then we will open up the tables to sweat some Stream Team family people that are members that are running deep. I hear Mr. Clutch Logos got a big stack. No surprise there. We'll hop on his table quite soon. Watch him make a final table. That's the plan. All right. Do-do-do. Let's see what we got. All right. US 85NA says, if you're flying on the 13th, you were playing a different day 1A than the most of us. I was told we were playing day 1A the 13th. Yes, US 85. Good points. You're talking about the main event. You are absolutely right. I'm planning to play day 1B as my first day. Mine's a little bit different situation than yours. You earned a seat. Mine is part of the sponsorship or ambassadorship, so I've got a little bit more open to what days I can play. I'll be playing day 1B with the understanding that I will have another bullet almost certainly for day 1C. That's the plan. I suppose if I get cooler and go out super early on day 1B, I might fire bullet 2 for day 1B. That's a possibility. All right. All right. Remember, Arab says, Salem, reminder, this tournament cash is 55th place. Excellent. Thanks for the reminder. 55th and above get their cash. Their payouts doubled. We'll see who's gonna take down that first prize. It'd be nice to double that. That would be huge. That'd be a couple buy-ins right there to the prime. It'd be all your travel expenses and your buy-in in one. That'd be great. All right. All right, so let's see. This is close. Feels like a fold. Yeah, I'll be a little bit more patient. That's a fold. I've been known to get a little too aggressive on Club WT. Okay. Not quite like Rampage Poker, but I've made a few punts in my day on Club WT. That would have been a punt there to shove 8 big blinds in from the low jack with Queen 4 suited. All right, let's see. Oh, actually, Dan won his main event seat last December. Congratulations. All right. Hey, Meta, can you share some details of this prime qualifier you guys are putting on? Is it you or is it John Miner or both? I mean, who's putting that on? Provide some details if you could. Pocket sixes. My Queen 4 would not have been good. All right. 7-3 offsuit. Dead. All right. Yeah, barf a lot. 1967. Yeah, you want to, not stick out at the table. That's a really important point, actually. Don't tell the table it's your first time playing live. If it is, I made that mistake. Yeah, 100%. You do not want anything sticking out about your physical appearance, your anything to make it seem like you're not experienced. I mean, they want to look at you and be like, "Is this a professional?" That's what you really want. So I wouldn't even tell. I mean, you guys do what you want. But I would say don't share with even the person next to you, like, "Hey, I'm a Club WT member. I qualify. This is my first time playing." Like, you're not trying to make friends. It's okay to pass small talk and be favorable or friendly to the people next to you. There's actually some strategy in that, which we can talk about. But you definitely don't want them knowing you're inexperienced if you are. I'd say we're all inexperienced roughly compared to most of the people, myself included, compared to some of the people we'll be playing against. You want them to think you're a world-class player, crusher, or at least potentially, right? If you fold 2 hours in a row, you might just be card dead, not super tight. You might be both, but you don't want them thinking you're super tight. If you got that appearance of being super tight, well, guess what? When you bet, they assume you got top pair or an overpair, and they're going to fold, right? And if you don't ever have any bluffs in your range, if you don't show a bluff or if they don't think you could be bluffing, you get to the river, they can just hero fold. You just playing against a tight player is one of the easiest things there is because you just fold, you think they have it. And if it's a marginal spot, they're never bluffing. So you can narrow down their range super narrow. That's why you got to be aggressive and bluff. Not show some bluffs, but flip it up proudly. If you get called down with queen high or something and you're bluffing, show it, right? That's a good opportunity. You want them to know you can be bluffing. You might be bluffing. You don't, no sense of being shameful, bashful. You want to show bluffs. Don't show cards if you don't have to, but showing bluffs is a good thing. And now patience is rewarded. Look at that, pocket kings. I see that so many times on Club WT. You're like, oh, I got 8 big blinds. Should I shove it? And you're like, I'll wait a little bit for a better spot. Pocket kings on the button is one of those spots. What do I do here? What's the play? All in, no fold equity. I think calling is better. It's obviously getting all in, but it would have. That's not great, but we're definitely not folding. Showers. We're done. We're done. Good run. All right, slick 999. Spade. Nope, we're done. We got one out. King of hearts. And we're out. All right, slick 999. 3 9s. Congratulations. Got the bounty. Ace king. Cooler versus kings. All right, we went out 966th place. Let us get rid of that table. Give me some numbers in the table numbers in the chat if you guys could. Mr. Clutch logo, I'd like to know what your table was. You're running deep. Let me get to the list and see. All right, what is going on? Doo-doo-doo. All right. Doo-doo. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Doo-doo. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Let's go to playing. That's fine. 4 o'clock. All right, perfect. Pull that up. All right, so let me find. I bet I can find. Oh, there you are, Mr. Right there. 47412. So what table are you on? Clutch. Let's see. Table. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. 704. Okay. There it is. Great. Let's get Clutch's table going here. Wow, there's some big stacks here. All right, I'll pull that down. Table 704. Awesome. All right, let's get rid of that one. And let's see what this is. I don't know what that is. All right, let's pull up Clutch. Stay with me here as we get Clutch pulled up. All right, 704. There it is. Beautiful. All right. Let's optimize that a little bit. All right. That's pretty good. Get rid of our card protectors. Card protector, card protector. Get rid of that one. Okay, great. That is pretty good. All right. Give me 1 second, family, as I get this situated. So we'll bring clutch down here. All right. All righty. All right. Clutch. Da-da-da. Awesome. Great. There's clutch. I want to squeeze him all the way out. Can still see his name. Move it over just a smidge. Yeah, that's reasonable. Decent. All right. That's pretty good. Let's lock him in there. All right. That is good. Let's see what the action is. Is it frozen? Is that what's going on? Let me see something. What's going on here? All right, putt bogey's raising. Looks like it's back up. All right. That's pretty good. All right. So let's see. All right, great run, Salem. Thank you. 900 something place. Couldn't get a lot going. And a couple, turbo tournament like this, you just got to run really well the whole tournament. I had pocket tens. Bad hand went sideways. I flopped a set of aces. I had to fold on the river to four flush. So yeah, that's tournament poker. You're gonna a really good player will cash 15% of the time. So 85% of the time, you're just going to be losing. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to stick out those times you're losing because most of tournament poker is losing. It's not often final tables. So enjoy it when you get there for sure. Let's see. Bex said, I ignored the cameras when they came to me to your table. You better get comfortable with that, Bex. I feel like you're going to be on the cameras quite a bit coming up. Everything you got going on, all these good playing you're doing, especially on the mystery quests. Get a seat going. Let's go. All right. The 10K just popped, they said. All right. It's favorable. Let me get over and see what we've got going on first. Since Mr. Clutch is not in this hand, let me see what I got going on here. Let me see. All right, that's that one. I'm going to focus on streaming. So Mr. Clutch logo is in the big blind here. Looks like he's got about 60 big blinds. Raising player here would have had about 20. This player has 17 big blinds. Mr. Clutch takes a call here. 5.5. This board is pretty equal in ranges. Favors the under the gun raiser just so slightly. Half pot bet. You basically want to be calling with pretty much any pair here, any backdoors. Check raising things like 6-8. Flush draws are nice to check raise there, especially smaller ones that don't have any equity by the river. 5, 9-7. Yeah, Mr. Clutch logo played it perfectly. Very standard, just kind of a cooler there. Middle pair versus top pair. Yeah, nice hand. Unfortunate result. All right. So Mr. Clutch logo is in the small blind now. 50 big blinds. I still got a really healthy stack. Limped in from a player who has 35 big blinds roughly. Fools for cards, I think, sounds familiar. I can't remember exactly who that is. Another limp, a jam, which is basically another limp. Let's see, Mr. Clutch logo will complete, or see if he raises. All right. So calls, nice call. So we're gonna have about close to 5,000 going to the pot, assuming these other players just call. All right. High card 6 until they look me up and see I have 0 career earnings. Hashtag dad life. Jojo screams. Gray Wolf. Ace King of Diamonds. First hand of the 10K. Or Ace King of the first hand of the 10K, Jason. Have we only had one seat giveaway so far? Yes, high card 6. Only one seat giveaway so far. We've announced there will be a second seat giveaway in the next 23 minutes sometime. So stay tuned. Don't want to go anywhere. Could be now, could be 22 minutes from now. So stay tuned. Congratulations to Pacer Cop, who won the first seat. Pacer Cop, remind me, I don't have the list in front of me. Did you already win a seat? I think you did. I think this is your second seat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you to the generosity of Super Dan 1974. We've seen a lot of generosity. As I've given away these seats, I've given away 13 seats now, and several people have given seats away to other people. It's been really cool to see. Brad Brother Nesser gave one away. Iraq Vet gave one away. Super Dan gave his seat away. Just keeping in line with this kind of community family vibe. There've been a lot of giveaways. Cool to see the giveaways amongst the giveaways. I'm trying to give back to you guys, to the players, to encourage people to play live poker. As I've been fortunate on the Sun Run, kind of put a little bit of the buy-ins back in your guys' pocket to encourage you guys to play more live poker. And it's been cool to see the generosity of other people to give some of these seats away. Um, it could be, it's only quote unquote only $120 buy-in, or I don't, it actually has not been announced the exact buy-in this year, but it's historically it's been around between 60, 70, $120. I don't know what it'll be this year. Look at that, straight versus drawing dead. And my biggest score, I think 2 or 3, no, probably 3 years ago, the year that Jason SD won it. My biggest score of that entire festival that I was out there, I played multiple different tournaments. My biggest score was the private stream team family tournament. Can't remember how much it was. It was over 1,000, over $1,000 for third place. Can't remember how much Jason SD won. Must have been more than 2,000. But we're talking some real money, even in the private stream team private tournament. So it's cool to see the generosity of people giving these seats away even after they've won one. It's really, really neat. Um, all right. Yeah, here's Mr. Clutch logos, table 704. And we've got it pulled up. Remove the card protector. Yeah, it should be off now. Both card protectors. Jam by Mr. Clutch logo. All right, and a fold. That was a nice jam. Probably a small ace. What do you have? Ace deuce offsuit there, Mr. Clutch logo? Ace or ace 9 offsuit, maybe. I feel like you probably had a nice ace, like at least ace 9 offsuit, I bet. All right, let's see if he comments in the chat with us. All right, so let's see. Second chance, 1K up for registration now. Sharon Tier, congratulations on your win. What did you win? You won a prime seat. You and your compatriot, both you and your friend both won a prime seat through a social media giveaway. Is that correct? Oh, that's a nice pro tip, guys. Keep your eyes open on all the social media, not only mine, but everyone else, Club Nifty Gold, that are giving seats and things away. There's some really cool chances to win. When I won my golden passport, which turned into over $100,000, I won my seat from Tony Dunst on, I think it was Twitter or something at the time, or I don't remember. He did a post, and I ended up winning the seat that way. So there's some around from now until at least the tournaments go on. Pay attention to like X, Instagram, YouTube, all the social media sites, because there's some big giveaways. You can win some seats last minute. I'll definitely be giving away some seats on my X and Instagram, which is at Josh Ginden Poker. Also on the YouTube channel, subscribe, get involved there. I'll be giving away seats there too. I've got a Bankroll X challenge going now, so we'll give away some seats. All right, let's see. All right. Bandit Jerry yeah, I'm proud to let them know I beat over 2,000 people to get the seat. Yeah. Yeah, that actually holds some weight. If you say like, "Oh, I won this seat. I got first place out of 2,000 people." People look at you like, "Wow." I remember even telling some pros that when I was playing the first tournament, they were like, "That's respect." That it instantly gives you some credibility. I mean, if you ever win a tournament if you get first place in any tournament, I don't care what tournament it is, over 1,000 people, you're a pretty solid player. Like, that can't be all luck, right? There's a lot of skill involved to be able to win first and in such a big field. So that does hold some credibility. Yes, Meta John, I'm sorry, I did miss your answer, but now I think I'm caught up on the stream. So Meta John is running Satellites, Club WT satellites. One at Red Lobster. Okay. Well, lobster dumpling to go there. And Charentier hooked us up with the location of a private room to play and eat dinner. That's pretty cool. Second one, we'll have a private tournament at South Point. That's even more cool. They're both awesome. Ace 8 suited there, Mr. Clutch Logo says. Nice shoving hand. That's a great jam. It's a really good play. Yeah, I like that with the low suited aces and offsuit aces from the button. When you have like the effective stack, covering stack of 10 big blinds or fewer, you can jam. If you got a better hand like ace king offsuit or ace queen suited or something, I still like a min raise usually because you kind of want to entice the people into the pot because you're more likely they're not going to stack them. So, but yeah, nice play. All right, Joe Sharinga's in the chat. Hey, buddy, welcome in. Joe, we just announced that we're going to be giving away a seat in the next 17 minutes at least. So stick in. We're about to give away another seat. Yeah, Sharon Tier, how did you win the seat? It's probably a lot to type in the chat, but someone was given a giveaway. It was through Club WPT Gold, I think, and you won 2 prime seats with travel, or I don't know. Like, how did you win it? That's super cool. All right. So Mr. Clutch Logos doing really nice here. Big stack, still over 40,000, 3x raise, and then a miniature jam. Technically, it does not reopen the action. So that's good. So he's obviously calling. Kings, let's go. Big favorite to win here. Something like 75-25 maybe, or even 80-20, but yeah, pretty much going to be drawing dead to 2 remaining kings, 4% chance, very unlikely. Oh my gosh, Mr. Clutch Logo, what a bad beat. Thankfully, shake it off. It was a small pot. It only cost you 5,000 chips. Shake it off, shake it off. Get back, get your head in there. You got 30 big blinds. Take it down. Yeah, that was your bad beat. If you can survive that one, hopefully that was your one bad beat for the tournament, and you can still win it. All right. I don't think I've heard Medi has won a seat. So my +1, who shares the hatred of Ace Jack, I choose Medi. Okay, congratulations, Medi23. Another seat winner, officially announced by Phil the Mechanic. Wow, good job, Medi. Nice. Thanks for the generosity, Phil. That's awesome. Wow, that's super cool. That's great. The Medi 23 has got a seat to the stream team. Man, there's going to be what stiff competition in this private stream team tournament. This might be the most difficult one we've ever had with everyone there. It's going to be insane. I hope I get to make it. We'll see. I think there's a somewhat decent percent chance. We'll see. I think if I make day 3 of the mystery quest, December 12th, I will very likely be able to come in on the 10th and make it and play the Stream Team Family Tournament. That would be awesome. All right. So Mr. Clutch Logo, sub 30 big blinds. He's got a nice stack. He's still got more than everyone at his table. That was unlucky. Medi 23, congratulations. You just won a seat to the World Poker Tour Private Stream Team Club WT tournament. Phil the Mechanic had an extra seat to give away from the very first seat giveaway I did earlier in the year. And he just announced you're the winner. Congratulations, Medi 23, winner of the seat giveaway. That's so cool. I'm curious to see what first place will be this year. It's going to be several thousand, I mean, more than $2,000 for sure. Been some cool prizes associated with first place too over the years, a couple watches, this sort of thing. So yeah, super exciting, man. That's great. That makes me smile. All right, what do we got here? We got some ace 4 versus ace 6. I'll chop pot a lot of the time on that flop. Ace 4's got some outs now. 3 ball, 4 ball. Ace 8, ace 6 wins. Brutal. All right, Clutch, let's go. Run it up. 60,000 by the next break. All right. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Chief, you said unlikely unless you are playing on club. Oh, I missed that. She actually shot her video from St. Martin and texted me about it. I did my side just in time after work. Nice. I love that. Why you should be in Vegas versus the Bahamas. Oh, I see. WPT forever. I'm on board with that. WPT till the day I die. I love that. That's awesome. Wow. Great. We should do a video together. WPT forever. I feel like there's me as the ambassador, one of the World Poker Tour, the Club WPT ambassadors. You and I should do like a quick little video, like highlighting your win there. That'd be a really cool little thing. We'll have to talk about that. All right. Meta says $125 buy-in, 15 dealer sat Red Lobster. 15 to dealers at Red Lobster. 140 buy-in with 30 going to house at South Point. Okay, 1 to 10 getting a prime seat. We are maxed out at South Point, and Red Lobster has 4 slots open. All right, put your hat in the ring right now. Do you want a Red Lobster seat for a prime championship seat qualifier? Meta John has got 4 more seats open at Red Lobster on, I forgot what day. Meta John, drop in the comments the day and the time of Red Lobster, and ideally of the other one too. Clutch versus a very smaller stack. Come on, we need a queen. Oh, we need a queen. Nope. Queen, and queen only. Oh, tough one. Okay, that's okay. Small. You're basically priced in. That's kind of another cooler situation, but playing great. Keep your head up. Playing great. You got a nice stack still. 20 some big blinds. Let me get to the list. Any other one running super deep already that we can highlight? Oh, let me lock this in. I think I'm moving that around. No, I'm not. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, Phil, nice pick. Bragging rights. Phil the Mechanic and Medi, 2-3. Seeing some more generosity already. Super Day 1974 gave his seat to Pacer Cop. I love to see that. That's great. Makes my heart a little warm on the inside. You know what I mean? Us poker players have been said that we're heartless. It's not true. Look at all the generosity going around. Whereas we're approaching the holiday season, Christmas coming up. All right. Let's see. Biggest prize equals bragging rights. Yeah, bragging rights hold a lot of weight. You know, I think Jason SD is still bragging about, you know how much bragging he does. I think he's still bragging about his win when he won the private stream team tournament a few years back. Medi says, ride or die, WPT for life. I'm on board with that, man. WPT for life. This World Poker Tour, there's nothing like it. I don't care what anyone says. WSOP is technically a bigger brand, but forget it. WPT is number one by far. You listen to what the pros talk about too, like the player experience. They favor WPT, So yeah, I'm partial, obviously, but yeah, I love the World Poker Tour. Pum, pum, pum. All right, let's see what we got. All right, let's get to the list and see who is running well. All right, so we are down to, let's see, 2,021 players have already been eliminated. And let's see how many are left. Let me see here. It's probably an easier way to see this. It looks like there are 622 players left. Do some math. 2,646 players total. Down to the final 600. Getting down to about maybe 30% of the field left. 600 out of 2,600. Yeah, 25, 30% of the field left. All right, let's go to the top and see who's running super deep. All right, anyone that we know that is toward the top, we're gonna jump on their table. Texas Donk, 22nd place. Let's go. All right, let's see. Texas Donk, Terrace. Oh, I wonder if that's Terrace from Texas fame. All right, Infinite. All right, let's go. Texas Donk and Infinite are running super deep. Love to see that. I got to get their tables pulled up. We're going to start there. Texas Donk and Infinite. All right, so let me get their tables. All right, so Infinite is on. Let's find him. There he is, 775. All right, 775 is Infinite. I'm gonna pull that one up. And let's see who else. Texas Donk is. Let me get Infinite's table up here shortly. And then we can get. Is that going to break already, Infinite? Your table going to break? Let's see. Yep. Oh, there it is. It's done. All right. So I'm going to have to find your table again. That one broke. Let's see. Infinite. Where is Infinite? Let's see where he went. Let's see. Infinite. I think your table is gone unless it's still 775. Yeah, no, that one's gone. All right, let me see if I can refresh. Get Infinite's table pulled up to start. And then get a few more going here. So let's see. There's Infinite there. He is on table 775. No, he's not. He needs to refresh. Let me just double check. Failed to launch. Yeah, it's because he's not there anymore. All right. We'll table that for a second. Let's go to Texas Donk's table. Drop in the chat if you see what table Infinite is at. His table just broke. So let's see what we got there. Look one more time. Oh, 730. Okay, I see it. 730. I'm gonna pull it up right now. There you are, Infinite. Good luck, Infinite. Run it up. Big payout coming. Double money. Be nice. All right, that is table 730. Let me get this up and rolling. Hop back in there. Mr. Clutch logo is doing well. All right, 730. Perfect. Window capture. Let's say Derek. Add source. All right, 730. There it is. Perfect. Awesome. Let's make this bigger for now. Bum, bum. All right, that's going to be pretty close. Pretty close. Let me drop this down here. Perfect. All right. Let me see. And we'll just bring it down just a little bit like that. That's pretty reasonable. All right, that's good. I'll lock that one into place. Derek. All right. And let's see what we got. All right, Mr. Clutch logo is there. I wonder if that is frozen, I wonder. Let me look and see. Let's pull up Infinite's table again while we're waiting on that. Let me see what's going on here. All right, Derek folded, Infinite folds. All right, let's get back over and see if we can still see Clutch Logos table. Looks like it's frozen on my streams. Let me see if I can find him. Mr. Clutch. All right, let me fix that. All right, so there's that one. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, that's Infinite. Its table's going well. And then 1 second here. No, that's fine. I don't need that.